Okay. Minimize that. See if I can bring up the for-flight view. Oh, look at that, double me. Okay, so here we go. Just a little more tweaking here. Okay, so thank you guys. This is the Gladiator Mark II. Is it showing up backwards? It's the Gladiator Mark II flight control system. And yeah, it's inspired by an actual World War II KG-12 stick. It has contactless Mars sensors, X, Y, and twist axes with high resolution. It has a throttle. It's a 32-bit ARM controller. It's got 17 programmable buttons. 29 total logical buttons, because we have a mode where you can shift into different modes. We have plug and play, driver-free installation, firmware upgrade via USB, onboard memory for storing the profile. You can also have a port to install rudder pedals. So there you go. Let's do it. Can you broadcast from an iPhone? You might be able to. I haven't tried it. Air server. So the packaging already is, as you can see here, is quite nice. And it came in a. I'm going to turn the plane volume down a little bit here. It came in a an outside box as well as this inside box. So I don't think there's an easy way to just open it like this. I think we kind of have to bring it out. So we'll just kind of scoot it out. Well. Actually, here is our handy dandy Gladiator user manual. We'll take the time to read that word for word as we take this out here. The outer box. And then open that kid like 5-year-old on Christmas. Alright, so I think we just pull these apart, right? Oh, they just kind of pull apart sideways. That's kind of nice. So that's one piece. Nothing left in there. We'll put that back in the box. We'll pull off the other side here. Very nice. See, if I opened it like a kid on Christmas, I would have torn this. I would have tore this apart. Yeah, it's available on the org store. So let's unwrap this bad boy. Ooh. Now, from what I understand, the Gladiator, the previous version, I don't know if it was called a Mark 1 or, but I think they made several improvements. So if you're one that has had the previous version, you may want to consider this one if all of our testing goes well. So immediately I can feel a really nice joystick. Yeah, that's the test right there. That's the test, is how it feels when you can make those slight adjustments. So let's go ahead and unwrap the USB cord. Nice tight fit, well protected. Yep. We're gonna keep our wrapping in case we do give it away. All right. Keep our zip tie. So it comes with a USB cord. So we're just going to plug that into the front of our PC for right now as we do our testing. Immediately I can look at this base plate. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's solid metal. That's nice feel. So when I put that down on the desk, it's not going anywhere when I make movements, which is really nice. Is it HOTAS? It's got this throttle on the side here, so we're going to go through the setup of it, but this little guy here, in fact, let's go over to the, we'll go over to that view. Let's make this a little bigger. All right, and what we'll do, I'm going to grab one thing here. I'll continue with the details here in just a moment. Just setting up some Okay, almost ready. Yo, Johnfly, acknowledge the follower. Thank you for the follow. We got Justin Fulmer with the follow. Thank you. I'm gonna add just so we know. There we go. A little immersion into our review. So this is the Gladiator Mark II. All right, so again, here on the front we've got flaps up and down, which we will program in the X-Plane simulator. We have a mode button here on the side, and that allows us to reprogram all of these buttons twice, you know, for each mode. On top we've got a nice hat switch, and then another set of buttons, and a guard where we can protect that button if we want to. We have a button down below for the pinky, which is kind of nice. And then of course on the back we've got a place to plug in rudder pedals. Apologies for the text being backwards. I wonder if there's a way on Air Server to reverse the no, I don't see a way of reversing it, but that's okay. The mirror view is messing with your brain. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to unplug my previous setup here. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like a left-handed model. Yeah. Well, you guys get the idea. Just reverse it in OBS. Ah, okay. Is there? Do you think that's the OBS that can do that, or is that? I don't think I can do that in OBS. Yeah, I don't think I can. All right, let's plug it in. So we're going to route this USB cable over here. We're going to exit the sim. I know you've enjoyed the Cessna footage. Quit. Quit. And I'm going to go ahead and pop that in. Should get some Windows notifications telling me what's what. I've got a yoke. I've got a Cessna ProTech, a Cytec Cessna Pro yoke, and I also have a Thrustmaster Warthog. I don't think X-Plane 11 has a setup screen yet for the Mark II, but it's probably coming. All right, I think Windows has installed the controller, so right-click on your source and mouse over transform. Well, it's coming through Air Server, though. So, transform. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Flip horizontal. Aha! There we go. That's better, right? Thank you, MSP Jordan. I think I'm going to give you some John Fly miles. That's worth at least 1,000. Okay, so now we'll go into X-Plane. Housekeeping. We'll then come up here and we'll go, it's interesting. Let's try settings. Ah, there we go. Uncalibrated device. So I'll go ahead and go back to this screen. And now ForeFlight is on this side. So it's a big green arrow. I've never seen that before. That must be a new thing. So the big green arrow says my access is not defined. So, and also that the VKB Sim Gladiator needs to be calibrated. So, so there's my rotate. There's my pitch. And there's my rudder. If I want to use, I'll go ahead and simulate this as someone who doesn't have rudder pedals. So we'll, that does change the, well, maybe we'll try that. Alright, so let's do, alright, so let's change access 1 to pitch. Pitch, and then axis 0 to roll. And we'll do yaw. We got multiple axes assigned to yaw. Yeah, we do. Might want to just disable that for now. But you do have the ability to twist this and use it as your rudder pedals. Or rudder. Rudder, or you know, you could taxi with it, or it's for your yaw. Alright, let's hit calibrate now and see what it does here. I should have done this probably before. Yeah, there we go. Axis 7. I don't know what those are. We'll ignore that one, ignore that one, ignore that one. Is this another hat switch? I'm not sure what that axis 7 is yet. Handy for those of us with broken CH pedals. Yeah, exactly. Alright, we'll ignore that for now. And we'll ignore that one. And we'll hit next. We'll leave them centered, and we'll hit next. Throttle probably. Oh, yeah, duh. Let's go back to, yeah. Let's change that to throttle. And we're going to reverse the axes. Hit that button, so it's reversed now. Yeah. Alright, let's hit done. Let's do new flight. We'll just do the default 172 with the John Fly livery. We'll go John Fly red, black, my childhood livery. We'll go to my favorite field, of course. And we'll park over here at GA. And we'll go... Yeah, that all looks good. So there we go. So again, we've got a couple other buttons here that we haven't done any programming of the buttons. We've just done the axes. But you got another button over here called Start. You have an eject button, and again, you got the flaps here, throttle, mode button to change all of these buttons into a secondary button, and then of course again up here you got the hat switch, another button, a protection of that button. But I also think, yeah, that itself is a button trigger. That's kind of nice. What I really like about it so far is the fact that it stays steady on my desk, right? I really have to force it to move. So I'm doing all kinds of massive movement and it's not moving. Eject button for DCS, yeah. Jay Krause, I'm impressed so far. I think that for $99.95, this, you know, we haven't done it in the sim. We haven't played with it in the sim yet, but for the price and the quality that you're getting, I think it's a good value. But again, we haven't flown with it yet, so that's the real test. Can the sensitivity of the brakes be reduced? Seems with the slightest touch of brakes, I get a screech and yeah, you can change the sensitivity of. Well, you can change the sensitivity of the joystick, not necessarily how X-Plane interprets it. All right, so let's we can move this. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on the power, and we'll turn on the beacon, and we'll go. We'll try our. Oh, yep, throttle's working. Cool, cool. We'll take our mixture up, go full, go fuel pump. Then we'll bring the fuel pump off. We'll crack the throttle a little bit. And there, we started her. You should probably get a little bit of sim sounds back. Okay. Oh, let's put some Austin up there. And we'll go alternator on. And we'll go taxi lights on. Now I can map each one of these if I wanted to. Let's go avionics. But right now I just want to do a flight control check. So autopilot is in. Alright, let's see how this bad boy works. Okay, so I'm going to advance my throttle. Well, let's at least map the brake, right? Oh, look at that. That trim wheel's going all the way to the top. Let's do settings. And let's go. We'll set trim. Trying to figure out which one we'd set to trim here. All right, let's set this hat switch up for trim. Rudder, aileron trim, pitch trim. So we want pitch trim down. Is that one? And then this one we want pitch trim up. Okay. Alright, so now we're adjusting the pitch with the hat switch. As you can see here, I'm adjusting that for takeoff trim. Oh, AP is on. Oh, yeah. Again, it's there for takeoff. Alright, there we go. Let's do this. Let's set up one button for our parking brake. So we'll go here and let's say I want this button. So the one here on the far left is my left, but your right in the picture. We'll set that to parking brake max effort. Or brake, toggle brakes max effort, right there. Hit apply. So now when we hit this button, it's going to toggle our brake right there. See that? How handy is that? All right, that works. So we'll toggle that. Let's go see how the flight dynamics work. Now, I'm not sure what happened, but we got a little bit of stickiness here on the pinky. May have been me. Make sure your hands are clean. Alright, let's go ahead and taxi this bird out here. We'll go ahead and do an intersection departure. We'll do view external circle. Make that my 0 view. How gorgeous is that aircraft? It's my father's 1967 Cessna. Alright, we'll taxi into position. And we'll go full throttle. Let's see, well, hold on. Before we do that, let's see. Let's go up here and let's map some flaps. So I'm going to hit this flap down button over here. And we're going to say flaps. And we're going to say toggle flaps down. Down a notch, yep. And then with this one, we're going to go flaps up a notch, apply. And so now, on here, if we hit the button, boom, we have a notch of flaps. Okay, we've added throttle. Alright, we're going to do our first pitch with the Gladiator Mark II. Oh, our air server went off. And we're taking off. Okay, pause that for just a second. Much better. All right, unpause. We'll do one more flyby. Okay. Let's go ahead and lean for taxi. Which we should have done earlier. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Let's get another outside view. Oh, it's gorgeous. What? No. For a practice landing, yeah, what? Oh. Might be able to. You can fly in the helicopter? Oh. Look up there. See that guy up there on the windscreen? That's Austin. He's a bobblehead. Turn this way now. What do you think of all that? What do you think of that over there? Do you see yourself over there? Whoa. Look over there. Do you see over here? Up on the camera? Oh yeah. Whoa. Well, that works. Add a little throttle. Yeah, what do you think of that joystick? You want to try it? Move it back and forth like that. You like that button on top? That goes buttons down there? Yeah, he's a button man. Alright, we better increase our throttle. Look up there. You see yourself right there? Yeah. Do you want to wave to everyone over there? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can land this bad boy. We'll put in a notch of flaps. We're high, but we can land long. Actually, I think we'll go. They told us to change runways at the last second. Yeah? You ready for me to land? You want to land with me? Okay, get ready to land. We gotta cut our power. Another notch of flaps. Get ready to turn. You ready, Jay? You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Add a little power. We're gonna land 3.5. We're gonna land a little bit long though. Yeah. Knuckles? You showing people your helicopter? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a touch and go. 126, say bye. Oh, oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. 126, not too shabby with having a... Although it said 226 on the Benny Sim overlay, but that was on a bounce. So yeah, the joystick feels pretty good. I mean, I feel like I have good aileron response. I need to program in a few more buttons here, so we'll do that here in just a moment. Mega Mass, yeah, it's in the glove box. You can find that bobblehead in the glove box. Brakes, yeah, he toggled the brakes, didn't he? Even a kid can land with a Mark II, that's right. It's not FAA approved, I think you're right. Alright, so let's go over here and we'll just land on one more landing on 1.6 right. We'll go flaps up. Yeah, it's in the glove box right over here. You just open this up and Austin's inside there. Alright, we'll turn out here and we'll come back in for one more test landing. I didn't say D-plane, I said in the plane glove box. Is there a dead zone in the middle? I think so, yeah. Let me trim it up here. The trim is in nice increments too. Feels like that's not moving. Yeah, that's a dead zone for sure. It's a dead zone for sure. Alright, we'll go ahead and cut a little bit of throttle. Put in a notch of flaps. The Rebel Stream, yeah, I've always been interested in this game, but I have no knowledge of flying. Is it hard to, you know, the Cessna is a great, it's a great learning platform, and you're coming into the hobby at a right time where we have a lot of eye candy available to make it even more enjoyable. But yeah, if you start, this plane is free if you buy X-Plane, and in fact, X-Plane is on sale right now. X-Plane's on sale for what, $46 I think right now on Steam, And yeah, you get this plane for free. It's the it's the default Cessna 172. If you want this paint job, if you want the paint job, the famous John Fly November 5729 Romeo paint job by Cessna Rocks, type in !livery into the chat room. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to go over to my twitch.tv/JohnFly channel and watch me live. Twitch.tv/JohnFly live. Alright, let's set up for a little bit more of approach. One more notch of flaps. Trim it up here using the hat switch. I feel like the plane responds quite well to the joystick input. This is 16 right at Salt Lake City. Landing a little bit long. The Benny Sim said -41. Alright, so we'll come up here and we'll taxi off the runway, and we'll do a few more button programming steps. But yeah, so if you guys are looking for a joystick and you're looking for something that's in that price range, then this excuse me, this is $99.95, I believe. Yeah, on the other page it'll show it when we program the buttons. $99.95 on the org. Use the coupon code John. No, there is no John Fly coupon code. All right, we'll go use the flap button. And we'll go ahead and park here on the ramp. So we'll go here, and then we're going to hit our button down here that we've programmed for the parking brake, which is that right there. So what other things would we want to program in the joystick? So we could program in what else should we do? We've already done the trim, we've done the parking brake. We could program in maybe autopilot. So autopilot servo. Okay, so if we come up here to the menu and we type in joystick, let's say autopilot. We'll program that into this one, button 2. Sure, why not? Servo toggle. Servo's on or servo toggle? I think it's probably servos on. Let's try that. Yep, servo's on. So that works. Go into heading mode. Nav. Oh, that's cool. So there's your autopilot on or off. Actually, it's not turning off though. So is there a servo toggle? Let's try that one. Yep, that's better. The toggle's on and off. So as you can see down here in the autopilot screen, the autopilot's kicking on and off. That's kind of nice. I wouldn't program brakes on here. In a jet, obviously, I'm going to program more like spoilers. I'm also going to toggle probably a reverse button. That type of thing. Oh, one thing I should do. Let's try out this one. If I go to, let's use this.
Yo, John Fly, acknowledge the follower.
Madia Solesk with the follow, thank you. So I hit this button down here. I'm going to make this middle button down here. I'm going to do one that's very common for me to do, and that's heading sync. So I'll do autopilot heading sync, and I'll hit apply and hit done. So what that's going to do is, let's say I'm on a I'm on a 1.5 heading, right? But I want the autopilot heading to sync up with my current heading. So I just hit this button right down here now. Boop, and it syncs up that heading bug. So that's handy. So I got autopilot heading sync. Flaps are good. We could do landing lights if we wanted to. Let's just test that with the third button here. So hit that and we'll go lights, landing lights, toggle. And we'll go down here and we'll see if that one works. Yep. So as you can see there, this button over here now is landing lights toggle. Pretty handy dandy. Let's do another flight. So we'll take the parking brake off. We'll increase the throttle. Now, oh, there's one more thing I want to do. So let's stop up here, kill our throttle, set our parking brake. I want to do an outside view. So let's say if I hit my pinky button, let's go to, it doesn't see that button. Let's do keyboard, let's do view, and we want to do a circle view. Yeah, it doesn't recognize that button. I may need to tweak that button. Let's try a different button here. Let's go back to joystick. Let's do button 12. And here we want to do circle view. Circle view, apply. Alright, so what that does, and then I want to do one for when I'm in the cockpit as well. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hit the start button. And I'll tell this one to go into view 3D cockpit. So now when I hit this button, I'm outside view. When I hit this button, I have to reset my air server here. It's the glory of live production. Okay, just a little cleanup there. Alright, so yeah, flaps are there. Regular brakes. Yeah, I'm not sure why the air server keeps kicking out. it's got power. Okay, so again, we're gonna. So now we got to go outside view, and we can scroll around with the mouse. And then let's hit the button, and we can go back into the cockpit. So that's kind of handy. All right, let's add a little throttle. All right, Rudyism, thank you again for the subscription, and thanks for joining us here. So now we'll do another intersection departure. What I'm quite happy with is the fact that you just plug in the joystick. There is no software installation. There's no, you just have to configure your simulator. So we'll put down a notch of flaps, and we'll go full throttle. It's a timeout. Yeah, it could be. I bet you if I move around the screen, it'll probably be fine. Rotate. Now we can do that outside view button. Go flaps up. Now we're using this hat switch up here for trim on the fly. And we'll go ahead and turn off here to the east. All right, is there anything, golf course, back to the default view. Is there anything that you guys want to see before I go into anything else? Obviously you'd have a lot of buttons for your DCS. This will work with P3D. Should work with Flight Sim World. And of course it works beautifully, as we can see here, with X-Plane 11. Whoa! There's trim. Ah, just went sideways. Woo! Bring that off for a second. Is there another hat on top or just a button? I see the one hat on the left side. I'll go ahead and pause this. Hold on. All right, so yeah, I see the one hat switch up here. I don't see a secondary. That's just a button right there. Yeah, that's just a button. So you could have that be, something. You could assign that to any particular function. I guess some people, instead of using this as a trim wheel, some people would use this maybe as be able to tilt and pan around. You could program it for that as well. Alright, let's go left downwind. I've never landed on this runway or not. Yeah, I've never landed on this runway 17 before. Not 17, but what is it? It's 3-2 and the opposite of 3-2. Alright. We'll go over the Delta hangar and then come back around. Game Nutty, yeah, this is the Gladiator Mark II. Put in a notch of flaps. So far, the only issue have found is that pinky button up here. I can't see where X-Plane is seeing that, but other than that, I have no complaints about this joystick. I think if you're looking for a joystick in the, you know, that's going to serve you well in the simulator, and you don't want to spend a small fortune, then this is the joystick for you. So I do like it. I like the fact that it's got good response. I like the fact that it stays steady on my desk. I like the fact that I can have a throttle here. So essentially, the other thing I just realized this is good for, right? So let's say that John Fly decides to kick off X-Plane Con in Las Vegas. This is a very good, easy way to throw a joystick in my luggage to go down to Vegas with for X-Plane Con. And there we go, we're down. First ever landing on runway 32. So yeah, there you have it. The Gladiator Mark II. Again, very good construction, a lot of options, a lot of buttons, works well. And I didn't go into a lot of detail, but again, you can change this mode. So this mode button right here, if you hit that, it goes into the red mode. I was using the green mode before, but now in the red mode I've got a whole new set of buttons, which is really handy. Is the pinky button a shift button to give you secondary functions? Maybe. I'll have to investigate that. Let's try it. So A2 is... No, it's not a shift button. So it must be one of these buttons that's hiding itself for some reason. I'll figure that one out though. But you got plenty of buttons to be able to map right now as is. So yeah, Gladiator Mark II, $99.95 on the org store. I get 0 commission for any sales, but you know, if you feel like writing a note to them after you've purchased it and after you've tried it, say, hey, I found this through the John Fly channel. You do need a joystick for your P3D. Your current one doesn't work well. It's probably P3D. It also doesn't keep my joystick settings. Ah, okay. There is also a mode button. Yeah. Yeah, between YouTube and